Hello, I'm Micker410, and welcome to my channel, where I focus on 3-inch revolvers and firearms chambered in the 410 bore shot shell. Let's check out today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm too excited. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. In today's video, we will be continuing Kimmy's journey in the world of firearms by upping the power that she's going to be experiencing. We're going from the 32 Smith & Wesson long caliber that she shot in her first video to 32 H&R Magnum and 38 Special, which I feel is pretty much the next bump up that she can experience. So we've got 7 revolvers here that she'll be using today. Some of them are the same from last time. The 32 Smith & Wesson 432 Ultimate Carry and 32 H&R Magnum. The Ruger SP101 and 327 Federal Magnum, which was Kimmy's favorite last time. Our H&R 504 with a 6-inch barrel, which is one of the first 32 H&R Magnums ever made, which is why it's only a 5-shot instead of a 6 or 7, which is more common for the caliber. The GP100 with a 5.5-inch barrel, 7-shot and 327 that Kimmy also enjoyed last time. It was a little bit of a surprise for her, I believe, because the weight wasn't unmanageable, but it did make shooting easier, and the length of the barrel made it more accurate for her to hit things. Then we're moving on to firearms that are completely new for Kimmy. We have the Heritage Roscoe with a 3-inch barrel. This guy is kind of killing it at the sub $300 mark at today's day. I'm sure that tomorrow it will be more or less, depending. It's a 5-shot 38 Special, pretty much a classic. The Kimber DASA, double action, single action, KS6, I think. K6S. I always get that messed up. 6-shot and 357 with nice Hogue grips, which if Kimmy ever makes it up to 357, I'm sure she'll appreciate. And the absolutely ridiculous Chiappa Matchmaster in 38 Special target revolver with a 6-inch barrel. It's the only other revolver I have in 38 Special, and I wanted Kimmy to have a large experience for this caliber as well as the 32s. All right, Kimmy, why don't you give an initial handling and impression of the H&R 504, the revolvers you didn't shoot last time. So the H&R 504, the Heritage Roscoe, the Kimber, and the Chiappa Matchmaster.
Okie doke. Hi, everyone. Oh, wow, this one's a lot heavier than I was expecting.
Yeah, that guy is more than 30 ounces, so it's pretty heavy for a small one.
Okay. So it seems like the sight is pretty easy and I can hold it steady fairly well. Do you want me to dry fire?
Why don't you open up the cylinder real quick, since I showed you that's a little bit different. Okay. How did that feel?
I mean, because you showed me the little secret.
Yeah.
I think that was easy to use. Maybe if I hadn't learned that before, I might be struggling.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of style is like really old school, and it is not done anymore. It's like faded out. So that's from the mid-'80s, you know, an era that we don't remember. Yeah, why don't you shut it and then give it a dry fire. We'll do dry fires at the table this time.
Okay, so I would say if I'm doing 2 hands, I can feel like it's relatively stable. And one-handed, a little more wiggly.
Okay, okay.
But not too bad.
How's it feel to cock the hammer on that one?
I have to stretch up. Maybe I need to hold the grip a little bit higher.
Right. Yeah, we had talked about that a little bit last time, to get as high up on the grip as you can with a revolver. All right. But none of it was uncomfortable?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, here is the Heritage Roscoe.
All right. So let's see. How do I open this one?
This one you push forward on the cylinder latch. Yep.
Okay, that's pretty easy. So it's empty at the moment. This fits my hand a little bit better.
Oh, you didn't go all the way through with that one. There you go.
Okay. All right. And then for 2 hands, I'm really bad. I'm still using one eye, aren't I?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We'll get you through that.
Okay. Definitely easier if you pull the hammer back first.
Okay. So this guy, being that it's so cheap, and coming from the company Heritage, which is owned by Taurus, which is a Brazilian revolver manufacturer that has an okay reputation, it should have the most gritty trigger, or like.
What do you mean by that?
So like you should feel it more as you pull. Maybe
Okay.
feel the mechanism in there,
Like
or
the
maybe it
click,
won't.
click, clicks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe it won't feel as smooth all the way through.
All right.
And this is sort of the things that people that are really into revolvers pay attention to. And I sort of feel like maybe all revolvers that are on the market now have gotten good enough that those trigger pulls are good enough for most people. But your novice experience, I am sure, will be greatly appreciated for this discussion. I'm sure there are people out there that'll be very happy to hear that it doesn't matter, or it does matter.
Yeah, to me, I
Right.
didn't really notice a difference, but maybe I kind of like the little clickies. It means it's doing something.
Right, okay, yeah. So like this guy here is about 3 times the cost of this guy here.
Okay.
So the Kimber costs about 3 times as much as the Taurus or the Heritage Roscoe, and so a lot of people would assume that this mechanism, the trigger and the hammer, is easier to do, that it won't be as tiring on your hand and all that jazz.
All right. So first.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that! I figured it out.
Yeah, just push that button in.
All right, I'm getting better.
Yep.
So if we hold 2 hands, I like the sight. It seems really obvious when it's correct.
Yeah, those Kimber sights really stand out in comparison to most of these trough sights.
I mean, I can't tell the difference.
No.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. We'll have her shoot 4,000 rounds out of each gun, and then she'll tell us through hand exhaustion which is better. And then the Chiappa Matchmaster here.
This one looks, I don't know, like some Terminator thing.
Right. right.
I'm sure it's awesome. Not trying to fault it.
Yep.
Okay, now with this one, do I push this
Nope,
up?
you pull it down.
I pull it down.
Yep,
Ooh, a little red button pops up. That's
Yep.
interesting.
it is.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yep.
Oh, this one's heavy.
Yeah. Now all that weight is so that the 38 Special recoils like a 22.
Okay.
Which you haven't shot yet, but it's the smallest bullet. So of all of these, this one should have the least amount of recoil.
All right. It's very heavy in my hand, and like if you look at the grip from the side, you can see that it doesn't quite fit me.
Right. And this guy's a little bit fancy enough and exotic enough that finding replacement grips or alternative grips might be really difficult.
Is that a rhino on the side?
It is.
That's cute.
This is a variation of the Rhino revolver, and it looks like one from the side. This look that you get because it shoots from the bottom barrel.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, something that I'm going to have to pay attention to probably is that the sight is not very lined up to where the actual bullet would come out. So we'll see if I have to make adjustments.
Yeah. So the special sighting on the Matchmaster, I have not dialed in yet. It's got a bunch of tiny little set screws, and 38 Special isn't a big enough draw for me to sit down and really get that dialed in. But it's on there to do, because the last time you guys saw me shoot this, I almost put a hole in my table because of that. So I like this table. I don't want to damage it.
I'll try not to ruin
Yeah.
your table.
Well, yeah, exactly. Did you just cock the hammer?
I did. It when you pull it back, it's kind of hard, and then it pops back up.
Yep. Now, you noticed before that the red.
Oh yeah, he's that guy.
Yep. That lets you know that the hammer's cocked, and that it is ready to fire. And that's different from all the other revolvers because that hammer pops right back up after you cock it.
And then this one, I think I definitely will want to use 2 hands.
Right. Well, and that extra grip size will
But
do.
it's very, very stable. Like there's no, once you pull the hammer down,
Right.
there's no like wiggling with the trigger at all.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it doesn't pull to one side or anything like that. So I feel like you said this was like for a competition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. This is what you would go for if you were looking for something new and exciting to shoot. If you were a competitive shooter outside of the standard Smith & Wessons and Rugers and even fancier revolvers that exist in that realm. All right. Well, do you think you're ready to do some shooting?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna get everything set up.
Did you want to talk about
Oh yeah.
anything else that
Yes.
we have on the
Yes.
table?
We should.
Okay.
I got a little too excited. All right. So today, the 32 H&R ammunition that Kimmy is shooting is the most common stuff that I can find in this area on the shelf. Federal 32 H&R Magnum Champion 95 grain lead semi wad cutters.
That's a lot of words.
That is a lot of words. Man, listing what a bullet is one of the hardest parts of the videos. And then the next batch is the cheapest ammunition I can find for 38 Special in this area. Ammo Incorporated's 125 grain TMC. I don't know what the TMC means, but I think it's Full Metal Jacket. That's slightly coned or shaped like a semi-wad cutter instead of round-nosed like most Full Metal Jackets are. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think Ammo Incorporated is so cheap because it's once fired brass that has been factory reloaded. So because of that, we will keep our ear open today for one of the only kinds of errors that you really might get in a revolver that's not related to cylinder rotation, and that's a squib. So in case there's any sort of light pops or whatever, both Kimmy and I will be trying to pay a little bit of extra attention to that, although it is very unlikely to happen. It's just one of the first kinds of firearm malfunctions she might run into by having revolvers be her first experience. Now that being said, this is also going to be Kimmy's first exposure to various speed loading methods. We have a standard speed loader for 32 H&R Mag, 6-shot, which means it'll only work on these 2 little guys. It won't work on the H&R 504 because it's a 5-shooter, and it won't work on the GP 100 because it's a 7-shooter. And then we have a Zeta 6, 38 Special, and 357 Speed Strip, which will work on technically all 3 38 Specials. We've got it loaded up for the Heritage Roscoe because it's only a 5-shooter. And then the relatively new Rev Industries high capacity speed loader. And this guy's just fun to use in general, especially when shooting from bench, and it will work just fine on the Kimber and the Chiappa Matchmaster. So we didn't do any of that last time because I didn't want Kimmy to be overwhelmed. So each video I'm kind of hoping to introduce her to a little bit more, and not just more power, but a little bit more about the actual firearms themselves and their accessories.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. All right, so now we'll get the table set up for shooting, and we'll see you all in a couple of minutes. Thanks.
All right, which one are we going to do first? This one?
Yeah, yep, we're just going to go from your right all the way across to your left. And this is one you've already shot before. And why don't you try to load it with the speed loader?
Okay.
Now, when you place those, you hold it down. And then you line it up like this. Okay. And then you twist.
All right, so...
Yep,
Voila.
just like that.
Okay, these are all in. All right, we have it loaded now.
Yep. We've got a fresh target. I say go ahead.
Okay, and this doesn't have a hammer or anything.
No, the hammer is concealed.
Okay. Whoa, that's a lot louder.
What's that?
That's a lot more.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, how did that feel?
Definitely more kick.
Right?
Yeah, wow. I'm glad that I was holding it
Yeah.
so that it didn't like swing.
Right, right. That is the 32 H&R Magnum is pretty much like the king of the pocket calibers. It's the most kick you're going to put in a small gun and handle it comfortably.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Now, you actually hit quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh boy. Do I have to do anything or auto cycles, right?
No, it auto cycles. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Oh, upper left,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, this one definitely like hurts my hand more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay.
All right,
that's
so
good.
that shot's not terrible either. Off to the right a little bit, about the 5 o'clock spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where that one went. I think it's the bottom, but I'm not positive.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's just below the target.
Okay. I think that's
Also,
below.
I think just below the target, between the 7 and the 6, the white 7 and 6.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have one more.
I think you have one more. Yeah, yeah. That one is on the target at the
Yeah,
bottom.
good at the
So,
bottom. Okay.
this is the lightest revolver you're going to shoot today, and it will have the most kick.
Yeah.
Everything
that was
should
a
be
lot of
lighter
kick.
than that rest of the way.
Okay.
I've got markers.
Should we take the bullets out? Or the
Yeah,
stuck
let's empty
ones?
them out. Put the revolver back, or put the
Yeah,
casings
we
back.
got all of them there. Come on. Oops. Okay.
All right, let's go take a quick look. Okay, so this was your first shot.
Yep.
I think that was your second. I think here were new.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's your last one.
Maybe here.
I think here.
Yeah, that's not marked yet.
Yeah.
With the circle or anything.
So you were all over the place, but it's the lightest caliber, or the lightest revolver of all of them, with your first time shooting a caliber that has some real kick.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost double the amount of energy of the Smith & Wesson Long.
Okay.
So why don't we switch over to the SP-101? That is the revolver you liked the most last time. It weighs about 10 ounces more.
Mm-hmm.
So it should eat that recoil a lot better.
That's good. You know, with this one, it's kind of interesting. I actually feel like, not pain, but there's like I could feel it in my thumb right here.
Right, right. So in my experience, there's like two kinds of recoil that you will feel.
Uh-huh.
A heavy, dull thump, or a sharp kind of smack.
Okay.
Which was that closer to?
I think the heavy one.
Okay, that's the more pleasant in my experience.
Okay. All right. So this one we're ready.
Yep, it's all good to go. You're real close to the center.
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Just a little bit below noon.
Uh-huh. So a little to this way. Like a 5 o'clock.
I think so. About 7 o'clock.
I like the smoke when it comes out.
Right?
I think that's just kind of neat.
There is a little something magic to that, isn't there? I think maybe you missed on that one.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure. I was still laughing about the smoke. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's real close to center.
All right, was that 6?
That should be 6. Let's double check the cylinder.
Yes.
Yep,
all 6.
all 6.
Oh, it's still smoking. I like that. Is that weird? I'm a lot more confident and comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this one definitely I liked more than the little short guy.
Okay, so this guy is new.
And this one.
Yep. And that one.
And this one and this one.
Yep.
And then this one, yay!
Yeah, that one is great. Let's see here. So
And
that's
then
1, 2,
this
3,
one?
4, 5. Yeah, 6.
All right. All right.
This
Next.
time we're doing the H&R 504, which again I will mention is the first revolver chambered in 32 H&R. The caliber was designed for this revolver. This is one of H&R's last attempts to stay solvent, from what I understand. They went out of business just a couple of years later. And while the caliber was fantastic, it's only just now really becoming popular enough.
I like the feel of this one.
Yeah, you like that extra weight in the barrel?
Yeah, well, and I like that it's smooth. I don't know, it's kind of just like pretty.
Yeah, no, right? Right? People really like pretty revolvers. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like this to me like epitomizes the whole like gunmetal
Really?
look. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay.
All right.
Yeah, a blued finish really kind of is gunmetal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready to give it a go?
Yep. Oh, nice. That's just inside the black ring at about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
A little bit outside the ring at about 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh! That is almost a bullseye. That is like dead there. You know what? It does break the ring, so I think it counts.
Does it count?
Yeah, it breaks into the... I'm counting that.
I think just the inside of the ring.
Yeah, yeah. I see it now.
I think I have one more.
You have one more, because this should be 5. I think that's also just inside the ring.
All right. Okay, all 5 are shot.
Right?
Yeah, so I got 3 really close.
Yeah. 1. 2. Three.
And then I see 2 down here.
Oh, yep, okay.
All right, so now this
Yep.
one.
GP 100, 7 shots with that guy.
And filling from here.
Yep.
Yeah, even, I know this is only the second time that I've been out, but even just handling the firearms, I'm more comfortable.
Exactly. You know, and that's sort of really the point of all this, is to get you acclimated. They're intimidating tools if you're not used to them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think
Maybe at the bottom?
right around the 1 o'clock upper.
Oh, you think it's up there? Okay.
I think that's right in the ring.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's real close to bullseye. Good job. Oh, that's on bullseye.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that is on. See, I told you. I think that's just above the
Just
black
above?
ring. Honestly, no idea.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, we'll check when we get up there, but I think that's 7.
You think that's 7? Okay.
Yeah, double check it.
You're right.
Yep. I told you 32 H&R Magnum is the best caliber.
Yeah, I really like shooting this one. It just feels good.
This is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Uh-huh.
6, 7.
Oh my gosh.
What a great group.
That's super cool.
That is Paul No Fingers. You cut it in half from last time with a more powerful cartridge. That's fantastic.
So now we're changing to a different caliber. Is that the right word?
Yeah, this one is 38 Special. It's the caliber that we're switching to.
Okay.
This has been a traditional law enforcement caliber for almost a century, pretty much most of the 1900s. We're going to start with the Roscoe Heritage. And why don't you load that guy up using the Zeta clip,
Okay.
or the Zeta 6 speed strip. Now, this should kick
Is it gonna kick
less
a lot?
than the SP101, but real close to that guy.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah? Nice. Great first shot.
Yeah.
Oh! Inside
This
the
one I
black
don't
ring.
feel it's not as bad as this one.
No?
Mm-mm. I think partly because this is like wider, it just hit my thumb weird.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Everybody's grips are different. Oh, bottom right.
Okay. I
I'm
think
not sure.
another one at the down low.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, that should be 5.
So one more. No,
Oh, one more?
not one
There's
more.
only 5 in
There's
there.
only 5. Uh-oh.
you can pull the hammer. Oh, let me show you this actually.
Okay.
This is really good to know. So, you ride the hammer to lower it safely. You put your thumb on the hammer, nice and tight, pull that trigger, and then ride it forward.
Oh, so it doesn't like spring back?
Exactly.
Okay. Cool, thanks.
All
for
5
showing
were
me
shot.
that. Okay, that one wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
This here, fantastic right off the bat. And I want you to know that these snubby revolvers, these small 3-inch and 2-inch revolvers, are considered some of the most difficult firearms to shoot.
Okay.
And I know we said that in the last video, but I just want to reiterate it.
Of the little ones, I think I like that one the most.
Yeah. So the Kimber, it'll be very interesting to see how you like the Kimber.
Okay.
This is supposed to be one of the finer 357 revolvers on the market.
But you said that this one was one of the less expensive.
Yes, this one can be frequently obtained for less than $300, which is an excellent price, especially for the fit, the finish, the trigger. All of it doesn't feel any different than those, right? This guy's generally a little bit above $1,000.
Okay. All right. Well, I like this one.
Yeah. A lot of people are. I hate to sound like a commercial for the Heritage Roscoe, but a lot of people are really liking it.
All right, so now we're going to use this guy?
Yep, we're going to use that Rev Industries.
It's kind of weird.
Yep, just like that.
Okay. That's... All right, you ready?
I'm ready if you are.
Okay.
Nice. 3 o'clock right on the black ring.
Okay.
Oh, just below the bullseye. Just above the bullseye.
One, two, three. Was that 4?
That's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 2 more.
Ooh, this one's making smoke. I like the smoke.
That's inside the black ring at about 3 o'clock.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I think that's inside the black ring again.
Well,
we'll have to see.
Yeah. All right, all spent. This one was very easy to shoot for me.
You like that?
Uh-huh.
So this is really wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cool.
That is an amazing group.
Thank you.
Look at this. 1 sticker, 3 holes. That's crazy. That's so good.
It's
Yeah.
in my palm.
That's a Kimmy palm.
I really like the sight on that one.
They're great. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the sight was cool.
All right, so now
right,
that
so now
Chiappa Matchmaster, it's got a lot to live up to. It's got to outshoot the Kimber because it's 3 times the cost of the Kimber.
All right. Well, this time for the crazy rhino gun. You want me to use this again?
Go ahead and do that again.
It's a little tricky to line up, but...
It's a little bit funny with that one.
All right. Okay.
All right.
And this one, we don't know what the sight's going to do. So this first...
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
It could be weird. Okay.
bottom right, just outside of the red square.
Okay, so it definitely needs to be higher.
Okay. You were a little bit further up.
Okay.
Like 5 o'clock outside of the black ring. Between the two.
It's not where I'm aiming.
Oh!
Okay.
Look at you moving up to the bullseye. Very close to the bullseye. Just above the bullseye.
2, 3.
Why don't you try to, if you have one left, pull the trigger all the way through on that.
Without packing it?
Not the hammer, just...
I think it's all done, but I'll give it a try.
Okay, yep, pull the trigger all the way through. Okay, yeah, you were right.
All right. I was too quick for you.
All right, so we have these three. Whoop. These three are your first three. Then
I think
4,
there's 2.
5.
I think there's 2 right here.
That would make sense.
2.
Yeah. 5 and 6. So again, you know, 2 relatively precise groups, even if not accurate.
So, in order to hit here, I was actually aiming the sight right here.
That is, I'm going to step back to make sure this camera gets it.
So, at first, I was aiming here.
Right.
And got this guy.
Gotcha.
And then I was moving it up and up a little bit more and a little bit over here. And eventually, for these last 3, I was aiming right here.
Wow. Yeah, it's got to be sighted in.
Yep.
That's just like the 327 revolver last time with the fancy sight on it.
Okay.
You know, when you have the really fancy iron sights or the really fancy optics, you got to get them sighted in for them to work for you.
Yeah. So I think once this is sighted, it could be a very accurate.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
All right, Kimmy. That's your second time shooting firearms. Second time I've made you shoot a whole bunch all in a row, nonstop, no breaks. Let's start off with, how did you think about the step up in power first?
Okay. So I used this one first, and I think that for me, I didn't like the combination of the like increased power with this little gun. So it wasn't my favorite. This is the only one that like made my hand sting a little bit.
Okay.
So I would go back down if I was to continue to shoot this one.
Okay. Now, I want to point out here real quick, these grips were touted when this gun came out as being exceptionally designed for fitting the hand. And it's very interesting to me that for Kimmy, of all the grips that are on the table, these were actually the least comfortable. So it really goes to show that every single person's anatomy is going to be different. And when you do pick up a firearm, it is best if you can possibly try to shoot it with the grips that either come with it or the grips that you're planning on using with it. There are aftermarkets that if Kimmy wanted to, she could explore with this, but now she knows right off the bat that even though these grips have a fantastic reputation and the marketing material is that they should be the best grips in the world, for her, they are not. And that is kind of interesting. And if she was in a gun store purchasing a firearm and wasn't able to test this there, she would only have the word of the salesman. And the salesman is either going to have their experience or the word of marketing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I'm not trying to knock any of these, you know, but if this was the gun that I purchased, I don't know that I'd want to practice very much with it, which would be unfortunate.
Right, and man, Kimmy, that is an excellent point. So historically, the idea has been that men will take, or husbands will take their wives or girlfriends, or wives and girlfriends at the same time, right, to the gun store, and they will just, between them and the owner of the gun store, tell the ladies that they need a .38 special revolver, and that's that. And then they will go and practice with these small .38 special revolvers, and they are snappy, and they are uncomfortable, and the women don't like practicing with them, and it just becomes a whole mess. And there have been much better people that have talked about this, but I think it's fascinating that Kimmy, on her own, just naturally brought up the fact that she would not enjoy practicing .32 H&R out of such a lightweight pistol. A lot of ladies just automatically, a lot of people in general automatically think lighter is better. It's going to be in my purse all day. It's going to be on my hip all day while I'm hiking. Whatever. It's lighter. It's better for me. It's easier to hold in front of me. But that lightness, you can go too light. And I think in general, the Smith & Wesson 432 Ultimate Carry has gone for a lot of people just a little bit too light. Okay, that was nice, great. All right, next. What did you think about .38 Special in comparison to the .32 H&R Magnum for the oomph that you felt?
I don't know that I felt a difference.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No, this is another excellent point. So this is part of why .32 H&R is becoming really popular right now, is that there is not much of a difference, technically and in personal experience between the two calibers, and you get an extra shot or two, depending upon the revolver, with a .32 H&R Magnum versus a .38 Special. So, you know, these two are just about the same size width-wise, and you're only getting 5 shots out of the Heritage Roscoe. You're getting 6. These two are about the same diameter. You're getting 6 shots. You're getting 7. In revolvers, that kind of matters because you're already limited in capacity. All right, so I didn't mean to hijack that. This is just an excellent spot for me to talk. What did you think about your favorite gun from last time?
Okay, so my favorite of the smaller, shorter guns was definitely this one from last time, and of the 4 shorties. Yeah,
the snubbies.
I think that they all were pretty close, with the exception of this guy. So I still liked shooting with this one.
Yep.
But I also enjoyed both of these.
Okay, so you know, it doesn't, according to Kimmy.
Take it to the bank.
Right, take it to the bank. We have 3 different revolvers of roughly the same diameter or dimensions that are very different price points. Sub 300 or right around 300, right around 700, a little bit over $1,000. She says they're all the same. So if I had a 6-shot, if I had a Taurus 856 instead of the Heritage Roscoe, a Taurus 856 is basically the same dimensions, slightly wider. It has a 6th shot. It's only like $100 more. It puts it in that sub $500 range. I bet you she would have found it to be just about as nice as the Kimber and the SP-101 from Ruger.
I will say that from the sight's perspective, the Kimber had the best sight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you like about those sights?
I like that there's...
Oof. Right?
Yeah. So there's 2 dots here and a dot here. So, and they are really easy to see and easy to line up. So you can bring them in pretty quickly versus like wiggling around and figuring it out. The high contrast of the white dot with the black background was very easy to see, and I felt like I could get a nice, accurate, I don't know, confident grouping.
Okay. It's called a sight picture.
Okay.
Yep. And a lot of people talk about quickness of obtaining sight picture, and the Kimber and the Smith & Wesson are the ones designed to have sort of the best sight picture for these smaller revolvers. I also agree with you. I think those are absolutely fantastic and very quick to pick up. What did you think about this grip?
I didn't mind this grip. It fits my hand okay. I like that I can put my pinky wherever I want.
Okay.
Versus like having, like this one was too big.
Sure.
For my hand. But I like that it's got kind of a rubber feel, so, you know, that might get gooey at some point if it's a really hot day or something. I'm not sure. It's fine right now. But I could see that if you're not keeping things clean, that might get a little icky.
Sure.
But as far as like absorbing any type of recoil or wiggliness or anything like that, it was fine.
Okay.
This one felt a lot smaller in my hand, and personally I liked that.
Okay.
But maybe for someone with like a bigger hand size, it might feel a little awkward.
Okay. For my personal experience, for me, 38 Special and 32 H&R Magnum are pretty much the most powerful cartridges or calibers that I want to shoot with a wood grip, especially if I'm going to be shooting wood grips a lot. And as much as I hated to do so, when I shoot 357 Magnum, which Kimmy hasn't done yet, out of the Kimber, I found that these rubber Hogue grips were much more comfortable than the wood grips it came with. And so she doesn't really know it now, but she may feel it later. And I'm very, and that's why I asked now, because I wanted to get her opinion first on just the 38 Special, if she felt like it was any real difference over these wood grips with the BK grips adapter. All right, so you did enjoy this guy last time, the GP100.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I liked both of these quite a bit.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask next. Now you have to give us a detailed comparison between the H&R and the GP100. You can say they're the same.
I mean, roughly, right? I think that I got better results out of this one. I had a slightly easier time shooting it, and the cluster factor was really good for this one.
Okay.
This guy, I really liked the way it felt. I liked the kind of simplicity of it.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Sure.
The sight was good. I liked the way it felt in my hand. So thank you to whoever suggested that I try it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you, viewer. I do take suggestions for the next video as well. So that's interesting to me. I agree. Technically on paper, there isn't anything more simple about this revolver, but it feels that way when you're operating it.
Mm-hmm. It just feels like it's really well made, well machined, that everything fits together really well without a whole bunch of like extra, I don't know.
Right. And that literally might just be, you know, the feeling you get by moving the cylinder release from the side to the front.
Maybe,
you know, because we talked about it being out of date earlier.
I just want to show you guys. I think that this is really cool. It's like a little puzzle piece, and you know, it's neat.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay. So lastly, before we move on to speed loading stuff, the Chiappa Matchmaster.
All right. So this big rhino, I did not feel that the grip fit me very well. I don't know if you guys can see that. It feels like it's way too big for my hand, kind of sloppy. But I think that the trigger pull was very, very gentle.
Okay.
Once the hammer is cocked, then it's almost like shooting one of my air guns.
Oh yeah, okay. So that in target shooting, I have been told, because I don't compete, that having that really light trigger pull off of the single action is desirable. And so those trigger pulls get down, they're measured in pounds. So a double action that you pull all the way through without cocking a hammer might be somewhere between 8 and 14 pounds of power that you have to put into it. And then when you put it into single action, you drop it to like 4 pounds or less. This one may be like 2 pounds or 1 pound, just that little bit needed, the bare minimum.
It was very easy to pull while still holding the firearm steady. The sight, I know it wasn't sighted in, but what I was like consistently aiming at, I could hold there. And then, using some, guessing, could hit a decent target. So that was kind of fun to play with.
Yep. And in case anybody asks, the artisan sights or the aristocrat sights, I don't remember which they're called. They're fancy. You can find them online. They look amazing for all the revolvers that you can get them for. They have 3 settings here that you can switch between. These have not been adjusted from factory, and it is set according to the paperwork to the 7 to 15 yard-ish grouping or setting. So it's probably set closer to 15 yards than 7 yards, which is why Kimmy was getting the results that she was getting. Because clearly Kimmy is a really good shot in the making, and it must be Chiappa's fault, not hers. And I'm only slightly kidding about that. The improvement in your groups has been fantastic. I want to talk a little bit about the speed loaders.
Okay.
How do you feel when using them? Like, does it feel just clumsier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think that I need to load 3 seconds faster.
Sure.
Than what I would be doing otherwise. Maybe it's not 3 seconds. That might be an exaggeration, but I don't know. I don't mind the single putting the bullet in the whatever this is called. Casing? Is that what that is?
That's the cylinder.
Cylinder.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So before anybody tells me that I'm doing a terrible job introducing you to firearms, this is only for range talk right now. For reloading with these. If you had to do a reload in a tense situation, you would want to practice with these ahead of time is sort of what I'm getting at. Not that it matters at the table in our backyard, but if you don't practice with any of these 3 methods, whether it's the speed loader that you twist, the speed strip where you pull away, or it's the speed loader that you push the button on, you're going to want to know what you're doing ahead of time, and you're not going to want to save it to a stressful moment.
For sure. If this was under pressure, I think I would have struggled much more, because trying to line them up and then, making sure that it's perfect. Sometimes the cylinder wasn't far enough away from the barrel, and so it wouldn't get exactly to where I needed it to be, so I'd fumble a little bit more. And it's just another thing that you have to hold on to, while already being a little bit nervous about holding a firearm to begin with. So while I definitely appreciate the use of these, at least for me right now in this situation, I would probably wait to go out and buy one for myself.
Sure. And if Kimmy did, there are some fantastic videos on YouTube that show you very controlled, precise movements that you would want to get down to muscle memory for reloading. very precise ways that you kick out the cylinder, very precise ways that you eject the ammunition, very precise ways that you pull your speed loader out of your pocket and all of that kind of jazz. That's not what these videos are for. That's not what Kimmy's time is for right here. But I wanted her to be aware of them and to understand that they are kind of clumsy if you don't practice, and maybe not the best idea if you're not going to practice with them.
I could see that.
Sure.
As far as like the ease of use, I mean, this one is probably my least favorite of them because you did have to reposition it twice, and I was a little worried putting the when I was filling it off camera, putting the bullets in, that I like wouldn't get them seated properly, and so like while this is probably the most economical, maybe not one that I would choose for me.
Sure.
I like this guy. I think he's cute, and the mechanism is pretty simple to use. But if you're, wanting to have a lot more rounds, I guess, available, I can see why people would want this one.
Yeah, and so what's kind of interesting here is this design is like, at this point, probably 100 years old. The HKS is the brand. This is the 32J. HKS, when you go and pick these up, they have like the most traditional old school packaging I have ever seen on anything. I feel like they packaged these guys up in the 1960s and called it good and haven't changed the packages since. And these guys here, the Rev Industries, they're brand new. They came out this year, I think, or last year sometime. Very recent. The guys themselves were great when they sent me. They didn't send them to me. I bought them. And the first one had a minor defect, and they sent me another one right away. They were really fantastic customer service in that regard. Yeah, so it's just interesting that this design, through all of the different iterations since, still seems to be really great and really reliable.
Yeah, if you didn't want to save your casings, I could see just going out with just this one and your revolver and calling it good for.
Yeah, it would be a very easy way to carry that ammunition with you. And I should say, I don't have it set up here, but these can be turned into something like this that uses a push button instead of a twist. So this portion here comes off and it merges with a special back. I just don't have that set up here right now. Yeah, all right, that was, I think, a really great time. I think you did even better.
Very much.
Yep. And so for our next video with Kimmy, we're going to do 380 ACP and 9mm revolvers, which is pretty unusual. She doesn't know that, but you guys watching know that. And then to balance that, since I only have two, I will also have Kimmy use her first autoloader, which will be a Ruger Security 380. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think she's looking forward to it. Yeah, she is. Excellent. So I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Please send us all of your comments and opinions so that we can read them, and include whatever sounds great and completely disregard anything that sounds terrible. Thanks, guys. Bye.